Okay, this is a picture here that you're seeing that I got off of Google, and it's a picture of ectoplasm. And ectoplasm is a destructive force. I have another picture of it here. It's something mediums would have come from their nose or their eyes or any open part of their body, like their belly button even. And the mediums who used this way of bringing this about, it depleted them of their energy because it is a destructive energy. Now, what I'm looking at, and this is a picture of the orbs that I made them be with the trees behind them, but it's not a destructive energy. It's a constructive energy. And it doesn't come out of noses and ears and mouths. If it did, I don't think I would be messing around with it. But I am really taking a lot of pictures of orbs these days. And I just wanted to go through some of them and just show you them. An orb will see, as you'll see this one here, as rolled up like a scroll. They do that. An orb can just stretch out like a ribbon, go right through another orb, fold itself up together, wad itself up like a piece of wadded paper. They can do so many things. And they carry such beautiful colors in them. And here's one that shows the beautiful colors. And sometimes I get several orbs in one picture. I'm just going to go through these because I haven't shown anyone the orbs that I've been getting lately. I'm going to go through a few of them and let you just look. I've been watching some videos tonight about plasma and the plasma that's out in space. And I think, well, these are little photons of light, and light is everywhere out in space, and it could be that these little tiny things are showing us what is true of the big, huge thing that would be much bigger. Plus, I have been seeing people posting things that show things that look like I take pictures of in the sky. They've been seeing color arrays like I get in the orbs that I take pictures of. And you see how this orb is just all over the place. It's more than one orb there, but they're just twisting and turning. They move constantly. They're moving and changing colors and just doing all kinds of things. Excuse my voice tonight. I've been having this really bad cold. I'm about to get over it, I hope. I'm just amazed with all the colors that I see in the orbs. And the maneuverings of these orbs is just fantastic. And anyone can see this, I do believe, but I have not had anyone report back to me that they've done it. But I always explain how I do it, how I take these pictures. It's just a little digital camera. And I focus on a spot of bright light coming off of something made of glass. And I have the room mostly dark with just that one LED light on that shines on the glass object, whatever that might be. Something like this. See, that's a glass object. And I get the light on it just right. Take my camera, zoom up on that spot of light right there, and that becomes what you're seeing on the screen. It becomes the orb. And they are full of color, and they move, and they seem to have little living creatures in them. I'm going to put this on really big so you can see it better. There. And the color is just out of this world. The colors. Any artist would be glad to produce an abstract painting like any one of these, because the way they blend these colors together, it's just amazing. Oh, but my voice is tired right now. I can't really speak a long time. So I'm just going to be quiet for a while and just show you one picture after another I've taken of orbs. This particular orb is real close to where it came right out of the light already, with a hole right in the middle. I took several pictures of this same orb. And see how this orb travels. This is just one little portion of it traveling. It would like come apart right here in the middle, and then it would be two orbs, or three or more. They do so many things. See, there's another, this is the same orbs doing something a little bit differently there, and then there they are again, and again. And each time they have different little patterns within them. I took a succession of several of them doing this kind of movement. One orb gives birth to another orb. See, the light source is right here, and they come out of the light source already with coloring in them, and different shapes than just a round orb. As I look at this light, I realize it's evolving. I'm seeing more and more different things as I take more and more pictures. I better back this up a bit to get the whole thing in. They develop holes in them. And the colors are just so fantastic. I've never seen two orbs, though, exactly alike. Kind of like a snowflake. They say there's no two alike. This was an unusual one right here. They often have holes in them, little black holes, like it was some kind of insect that lived in there. course, I don't know if light has insects or what, but maybe there are light creatures that just are like our insects are here, that just fly around. Any conjecturing, well, that's all we can do about something we don't know much about. Nothing that I say should you take real serious, because all I can do is guess what this could be, because I don't really know. I know how I'm getting the pictures, but what it's a picture of, that I don't know. This looks sort of like a piece of lumber and bricks. Really crazy looking. And look at the concentric circles around this one. And then here's one moving right into it on this side. And they always have these series of rings within them. This one, I was looking at this orb, and all this dark matter started moving into the orb, so I clicked real quick to get it a picture of the dark stuff that was covering this orb. But with these photons of light, dark is something that works with the light to make the colors more brilliant. They wouldn't be near the beauty there is to them if there wasn't the dark. That one looks like a cave. You could just walk into it or something. Oh, isn't that one beautiful? I fell in love with that one. It's like dynamic. And this one's all over the place. This one's quite unique. Got several views of it. It keeps changing. Nothing ever stays the same for very long. This little thing you see right here, it was sort of like floating above the orb. And each time I would get a different view of the orb, it would pop into it as well, the same little gel-like figure here. So it was sort of like it was in all of the pictures there for a while. That's an unusual one. It's like the orb just cut itself right in two. But they do that. They do so many maneuvers. And they have so many color combinations. Let me see if I can get this all in there. Okay. Oh, now I've got it on slide. How did I do that? That's better than me clicking each one in. Oh, my friends that came to film me. And I told them about the orbs, so they filmed me taking pictures of orbs. They're going to make a documentary about Peace Pilgrim, about some of the things that, some of the people that her life influenced, and I was one of them. So like 20 years after the first documentary of her, now they're checking up on some of the people whose lives were influenced by Peace Pilgrim. So I said, okay, come interview me because I can show you some orbs that I don't know what they are, but you can see how I get pictures of it and document that, so I will be part of the documentary. And I'm kind of excited about it. When they get it made, they will do a premiere of it probably here close to where I live in Austin, Texas, is where they'll do the premiere, and I'll get to be a guest of honor. I'm looking forward to that. No one's ever really paid a whole lot of attention to me like they did. It's like, wow. I was amazed that they were interested in everything I had to speak of. And I talked of other things, not just orbs. So when that comes out, I will let my friends here on YouTube know about it, so you can see that documentary. It's like eating potato chips. You can't eat just one. You can't just take one orb picture. You have to take a million. I haven't quite gotten to that point, but I have taken thousands of pictures of them. A lot of these pictures are really close up inside the orb. I focus my camera up really close into it. And sometimes it looks like little faces here and there in it. But then that's something us humans do. We make a face out of things. But sometimes it looks so realistic, the little faces that I see. The most amazing thing to imagine is that all of this is all around us everywhere we are. It's just that it's invisible to us and we walk right through it every day. It's an unseen world. But now you can see parts of it because I've learned how to do this. Now the next few pictures are kind of purplish. I don't know why. Some of them are kind of reddish, but these next few have a lot of purple in them. Every time that I've thought about these orbs and about anything commercial connected with it, I get this information given to me like, no, don't commercialize it. This is free for all. Because I was thinking, wow, you know, these would make beautiful cards, you know, put them on a card. And I would do that, but I would make it free. Because this is just too special to think of it in a commercial way. I mean, this is the light. It's around all of us. It's freely given. It's life. I think light is a living organism. And it's a beautiful one. That one's awful brilliant. And that one too. And that one. That's how that one that went by disc-like. That reminds me of galaxies, how they look on their side. They look like a disc that's real thin when they're turned on their side. Most of these orbs you see, they're not on their side, they're opened up, but sometimes I capture them where they're on their side, and then they're real thin looking, almost like a quarter or something like that would be. Oh, it stopped. I must have come to the end. Okay. Get out of there. I'll go back to library. As you can see, I have a lot of pictures of orbs. Now I'll show you this one, if I can get him to get big. These orbs have my little light creature friend in them. I call him Harry. He's always showing up in my orb pictures. These aren't my very best demonstrations of him, however. Back to library. I'll show you some of these. I still have a little time. Okay, how do I make that automatic? I accidentally made it automatic a while ago, but I don't know what I did. When I'm filming these orbs with my video camera, they pulsate and they are jerky and there's movement going on in them all of the time. It looks like I don't have a very steady hand holding the camera, but I actually am holding it pretty still. It's just that what I'm filming is moving. Sometimes they pulse at a real rapid pace. Other times they pulse very slowly. These pictures were taken with my older camera that has this little thing I'm pointing to in it, and this little thing in it, and this one. But when I first started using this camera, and I only had this one that I'm pointing to right now, that one alone was in there. And it showed up in all my pictures. Well, now it's got a buddy right here, and another buddy right there. And there's a couple of more on here, but they don't show up on this one. Maybe I'll see them. But what's that? Blank? Exit. Well, back to library. Let me see if I can find some real unusual ones. Oh, here's some with Harry in them. My little friend of the light. I'll be filming orbs and he just drops down into the picture. That's some marbles I put together that I filmed through. Actually not through, but I catch the light that is shining off of them. and film that. Now, let's see, is there any more? You see, I just have quite a few pictures of orbs here. I've shown all these, I think. Oh. I'll show you that one. That one opened up and came outside of its circle because the light within an orb can just, of its own discretion, just move out of the orb and into another orb if it wants to. These orbs seem to be like creatures that share themselves with one another. Always. There's no competition among them, in other words. Well, let me see. Okay. Let's see if there's any other really spectacular ones. I think I showed these already, but I put some in a different category of ones I want to get hard copies made of. And that's what I was showing you in the beginning. Well, I don't want to tire anybody out. I could show you orb pictures for hours, I do believe. So I'm going to end now and suck on another cough drop and try to get over this bad cold. And I will talk to you again later. This is the Dove Lady. This is a good one to end on here. This is a beautiful one. Over and out for now.